Hello, welcome to this Wasabi video on Wasabi's minimum storage duration policy. My name's Nelly. I am the lead systems engineer for the UK, Nordics and South Africa. We often get asked what is our minimum storage duration policy. We do have a document on it. In fact, let me just drop the video because no one wants to see me. There we go. So yeah, it is our policy on how long, just get rid of that one, how long an object stays within our system before it is deleted. So if you go onto our docs.wasabi.com and type in minimum in the search box, you'll get our minimum storage duration policy, which will explain the difference between the PayGo 90-day policy and the RCS 30-day policy. However, there sometimes gets some confusion and customers do ask questions on exactly when an object is deleted. And we also get customers asking, they've looked into their portal and they can see their total utilization seems to be more than what they're actually storing, and they don't understand why that is. So you may have saw a second ago before it disappeared, I created a very brightly coloured spreadsheet to try and explain when an object is written and when it is deleted but still showing up as capacity, and then when it is actually removed from the actual capacity calculations. So in my little spreadsheet, I've got all these little boxes. These are, I'm calling them an object, or a object. It should be an object, sorry. So I'm calling each little square an object. And I've got a couple of colours here. Red is for when an object is actually written. I've also got green, which is active storage. Yellow and green are actually the same. I just wanted to differentiate when an object was written. So as an object is written, it will show up as yellow, and then the subsequent day after that or days after that, it will just be green. But they are actually the same thing. Then I've got deleted storage. So this is storage that has been deleted by a user or application, but is still showing as part of the overall storage calculation. And then I've got the total storage, which is actually just the sum of the active storage and the deleted storage. Okay, so down on the brightly coloured bit, you can see I've got 40 days here, so starting on day 1 and going all the way up to day 40, and then these columns on each day show the active storage, the deleted storage, and the total storage. And as we go through, you can see how they fill up and build out. Now, just down on the bottom here, I also put in a table to show the objects, and we'll go through what that means. But object A is obviously here on day 1. So object A is written on day 1. And when would 30 days actually expire? Well, as it's written on day 1, it would be on day 30. But you can see the other objects, it shows the day they're written and when the 30 days would expire. So let's go back to day 1. So on day 1, I write object A. So object A was written on day 1. There are no deleted objects. So my total capacity for day 1 is basically one object, object A. So on day 2, I write object B. Object A is still there. It's now green. As I said, on the right day, I'm going to make them yellow, and every other day they'll be green. So A is still there, and I write object B. So we can see down here, A is on its second day. It's 2 days old, and B it was on the day it was written, so it's technically classed as 1 day old. Now, on day 3, exciting things happen. I decide to delete block A. So I go ahead and delete block A, and I wrote, not block, objects. I've got to stop calling them blocks. Objects, Neil. So I delete object A, and I create objects C and D. So we can see, again, just down on my little table here, objects C and D are on day 1. Object A was only on day 3 when I deleted it. So it's still inside the 30 days of the minimum storage policy. So it doesn't get removed from the capacity. It just gets marked as being deleted, but it's still is shown as part of the capacity. So our total storage on day 3 is the 3 objects B, C and D plus object A, because it hasn't actually been, the capacity hasn't been removed from the storage calculations. So we can go through, you can go through this, you know, as you want to, but on day 4 we write objects E, F and G, and I delete object B. So again, same as object A, object B on day 4 was only 3 days old, so it doesn't actually get removed from the storage calculations. It's going to, you know, still show up. So the total storage on day 4 will be the 5 objects C, D, E, F and G plus A and B, because they're still within, although they've been deleted, they're still within inside that 30-day minimum storage duration. Now you can go through this yourselves. You can see on day 6 I delete object C. On day 7 I write objects H and I, just to show it, you know, what's the difference, what happens when I delete objects and introduce new objects, what happens to the total storage count. Well, it will depend how many objects are written and how many objects are still showing up in the deleted storage calculation. So you can go through day 15, I write 4 objects here, and then, you know, day 16 to kind of 25, I don't do anything, it stays fairly static. Exciting things start happening on day 31. So on day 30, well, let's go back to day 30. So on day 30, I've got active objects E to O, I've got deleted objects A to D, and my, you know, my total storage is all of my active objects plus my deleted objects make my total storage calculation. Now, on day 31, you'll notice the total storage has gone down by one object. Now, that's because object A has gone through its 30-day minimum storage duration. So on day 31, object A can be physically removed from the storage calculation. So in our deleted storage, then we've only got objects B, C and D. A has been removed. Now on day 32, again, exciting things. Object B has now gone through its 30-day cycle. Although it was actually deleted by the application or user on day 4, it had to wait and show up as used capacity until the 30-day calculator or 30-day minimum duration had expired. So on day 32, object B is removed from the calculation. On day 33, object C and D, again, they were deleted back here somewhere. Here we go, object C on day 6 and object D on day 10. However, because they were written back on day 3, they've now gone through their 30-day minimum storage duration, so they again are removed from the storage calculation. They're removed from the deleted storage. So now our active storage and our total storage are actually the same because I don't have any deleted storage currently. So hopefully that shows you how objects are written and when they're deleted, and depending how much time the object has been in the system since the day it was written will depend when it can actually be removed from the storage usage calculation. The other thing I wanted to point out here, I did go on to day 39 and 40. So if we go back to day 38, we can see we've got active storage F2Q, and we've got no deleted storage, so our total storage is exactly the same as our active storage. Now, on day 39, I decide to delete F, G, H, I, and J. So you'll notice F, G, H, and I deleted instantly. They're removed from the storage calculations, from the capacity calculations, because they've already gone through their 30-day minimum duration. We can see that they were written back here somewhere. E, F, G were here, H and I were the next day, and J was somewhere over here. So F, G, H and I have already gone through their 30-day duration. However, object J, it hadn't, because it was only written back here on day 15, it was still inside the 30-day window, so it doesn't get deleted from the calculation. It moves into the deleted storage, and it becomes part of that overall total storage calculation. So when this gets to day 30 on object J, which will probably be, I don't know, day 45, 6, somewhere here, then, only then will object J be removed from the storage calculation. So hopefully that made sense, just to try and outline, when an object is written and deleted, and then how long it will actually show up as used capacity inside the total storage calculation. We often get asked, why is there a minimum storage duration? Well, we charge, as you know, it's a monthly charge, so it's to stop people writing data into our system, deleting it kind of the next day, and then not being charged for it. So it's there to allow us to make sure that we charge for the appropriate storage used. As I pointed out earlier, PayGo is a 90-day minimum storage policy. So where you see these lines here, this would actually, if I was a PayGo customer, I would actually have to extend this all the way out to 90, and object A would only then get deleted after it's gone through a 90-day minimum storage duration policy. All hyperscalers have this policy. You can look at any of our big competitors out there, and they've all got minimum storage duration policies as well. And even some of the hyperscalers in their really low tiers of storage, some of those go out to 180 days. So basically, if you were on one of their very, very low cold storage options, and you wrote an object on day 1 and deleted it on day 2, it would actually show up as used capacity for at least half a year before it was actually removed from the system. So there you go. If anyone wants access to this little spreadsheet, just ping me an email, neil@wasabi.com, NEALE. Or you can go, as I showed you earlier, onto our docs page, and you can see our minimum storage duration policy there, explained, in words. So I hope you found this video useful. And again, as always, thank you for watching.